Hello, I'm James, and I'm an old guy in Europe. Hello, and welcome to another episode of An Old Guy in Europe. In this episode, I explore some of the Parque Natural de Sintra-Cascais, which is a natural park in near Sintra, which is not too far from where I live currently in Ericeira. It's roughly 30 kilometers or about 20 miles. It's a short but very, for me anyway, relaxing 6 or 8 minutes. So I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the quiet. I first became aware of the Parque Natural Sintra-Cascais back in 2020 from my couch in California as I was looking at maps of the area around Ericeira. And I noticed a very large green empty area just south of Ericeira. And got very curious what that was. So as I zoomed in and as I did a little more exploration, I discovered that there was this place called the Parque Natural Sintra-Cascais, and I said, what is that? So with a little more research, I discovered that a Parque Natural is a protected natural area aimed at conserving unique landscapes, ecosystems, and biodiversity. And they're managed with regulations to minimize human impact. These areas promote sustainable tourism and outdoor activities like hiking and wildlife watching, at least according to Wikipedia, or maybe it was ChatGPT. And I said, oh, well, that's right up my alley. I love nature, and I'm happy to see there's something like that near, at least in the vicinity of where I live. At that point, of course, I had no idea how to access it, whether public transportation would go there or not. But I put it on my things I would love to do when I get to Portugal list. And now, 3 years later, I finally got to that item on the list thanks to my good friend Cátia Lima, who invited me to join her for a walk there, knowing of my interest. So that's where this particular episode was originated, and the visuals that I share are from that short, well, I guess it wasn't that short, but that day in Sintra, or near Sintra, at the Parque Natural Sintra-Cascais. Now, Sintra is perhaps best known for its Palacio de Pena, or Pena Palace, which I have yet to visit, but I think pretty much any time you do a search for Sintra, you're probably going to find images of that palace. It's pretty well known in Sintra. Many people say it's like a Disneyland kind of castle, as you'll see. I've got some images to share with you of that. And Cascais, it's hard, it's hard for me to know at this point. I don't think I had ever heard of it before I started looking at places I might want to go in Portugal. And it came up pretty high on my list because mostly it was on the coast. And a few of the videos I had seen looked very attractive to me. Ultimately, Ericeira was the better fit for me in every way, so I'm happy I made that choice. But I learned of Cascais at the time, and it is associated with the Parque Natural by virtue of the fact that it's just south of the park. Sintra is in the northeast corner of it. And as I said, it's a pretty big chunk of land. So I think at this point I'm going to go to my maps and get you oriented and then carry on with the beautiful uh, sights that I saw on the day that I was sharing the park with Katya. And because the quiet had such a profound impact on me, I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking over the visuals. I want, uh, it's reminding me of Simon and Garfunkel, the song The Sound of Silence. I really encourage you to, make sure the volume is up and on and listen to the silence. It was incredible for me. Probably the first time in 3 years I had been outdoors and literally not heard anything but my breath. So it was pretty amazing for me. Hope you enjoy it. So, as I said earlier, just south of Ericeira, about 30 kilometers or roughly 20 miles, is the Parque Natural de Sintra-Cascais, aptly named for its location between Sintra and Cascais. A little bit of water, just a little bit of water. True, I forget it's nearly August. A real tree. I should just, oh, look at that.
um, how can I say this, sort of managing, uh, rainwater and the naturally existing water from small streams. So instead of just overflowing, they could like go from one place to the next. So this is one of the cases where you have something man-made that was basically, um, you know, created surrounding or around something that was already naturally existing. So this to say that
Yes, enhanced nature. Yes.
to say that the pine trees were not like that.